Big news coming in from Paris Olympics. India's first medal at the Olympics. Shooter Manu Bhaker gets the bronze in 10m air pistol. Bronze medal for Manu in 10m air pistol finals. Big win for India as shooter Manu makes it to a bronze medal. And this is, of course, the big game in Paris Olympics, where the Indian teams there who are doing all that they can to win medals at the Olympics. And this news coming in, first medal that's been bagged by shooter Manu Bhaker on day 2 of the Olympics. Paris Olympics that just started a day ago. Manu Bhaker has won the bronze medal we hear in the women's 10m air rifle finals at the Paris Olympics. In fact, this will look to the end. It will, at this point, look at India's tally as the first medal that the country has won through Manu Bhaker. The tally, as the days progress, we're hoping will increase. There are several other shooters who are still eyeing medals. You also have shooter Arjun Baboota, who's eyeing a place in the 10m men's air rifle finals. We also have Ramita Jindal, who's already at this point through to the summit clash of the women's event. So a bunch of players who are there eyeing for a medal at the Olympics. The first we see here is Manu Bhaker. Nikhil Naz joining us on the phone line. He's in fact right there in Paris tracking the Olympics for us. Nikhil, Manu Bhaker wins the first medal for India, a bronze. Give us more on the challenges she may have faced for her to get this medal. What were the hurdles?
Well, Nabila, tell you what, day 2 couldn't have started any better for the Indian team. Remember, day 1 turned out to be quite disappointing because you expected your mixed doubles teams to do well, but that wasn't to be the case. But Manu Bhaker, remember, she's still just 22 years of age. You know, just when you talk about Manu Bhaker, seems like such an experienced athlete because she was there last time around as well, 4 years ago. She participated in her debut Olympics that were in Tokyo in 2021, and now she comes here as an experienced campaigner in her second Olympics, and this time we saw a different Manu Bhaker. What we had seen the first time around when she was there participating in her first Olympics is on that day there was some sort of bad luck as well when her gun really had a bit of default setting which went wrong, and because of which she eventually could not really produce the kind of performance that we've gotten used to seeing from her. But come this Olympics, we knew her preparation had changed. She was under a different coach at that time. She changed her coach, had a different coach this time around, and you can see the dividends. Jaspal Rana, the legendary pistol shooter himself, took her back under her wings. Remember, Jaspal was her coach originally as well. And if you remember, just a few hours before the final was to start, Jaspal Rana was on India Today, and he refused to say anything. I mean, he kept his fingers crossed, saying that, if I say anything right now, it may just, be detrimental to her chances, might just put more pressure on her. So they kept quiet, but they were quietly confident. In fact, Nabila, I'd been speaking to a lot of people in the shooting circle, and even before the Olympics began, they said Manu Bhaker is going to be definitely getting a medal. And if you counter question them saying that, listen, this is exactly what was expected out of her last time around as well, but just could not really deliver the goods. What's changed this time? I think her preparation has changed. She really got that single-minded focus that is required for a sport like shooting, and it wasn't just immediate. It had been happening for some time now. For the last few years, she kept at it, went back to her coach, and then followed a very regimented sort of procedure going into this game where her schedule was set and she was doing nothing but shooting and just focusing on that, staying away from home. Remember, she comes from Jhajjar in Haryana, but staying away from home, concentrating on the task ahead. And it's not just what's happened in the final that we saw, Nabila. It's actually the hard work that she put in for the last 3 years. There were signs leading into this tournament where she was telling you in terms of her form, in terms of her performance, won a gold medal at the Asian Games in 2022, just a couple of years ago, but that was a team gold. But there were signs that she was peaking at the right time. And then yesterday, when she qualified the way she did in the third position, you knew that from here on, even though you had 8 other contenders, you knew from here on she was really cued into the task that she had to perform in, and that's exactly what she's done. What this does, Nabila, I mean, I must tell this to our viewers, what this does is it just gives that next level confidence that the rest of the contingent needs at the moment. Remember, it's always a percolating effect that you have. If at the start of the Olympic Games, day 1, day 2, if you end up with a medal, more often than not, your campaign is rather good, because it then just, that sort of energy and that sort of confidence goes on and spreads across the rest of the team as well. So you could be rest assured that now that she's won a medal, when she gets back to the village, interacts with the other athletes, that's going to boost their confidence and will help India then have a much better game compared to if you hadn't picked up a medal or two in the beginning, at least in the first 3-4 days.
I'm going to quickly cut across to Olympian Yogeshwar Dutt joining us on the phone line. Yogeshwar, we're looking at Manu Bhaker, who becomes the first ever woman shooter to win a medal at an Olympic Games, making India really proud. Your take on it?
सभी को नमस्कार और पूरे देशवासियों को और मनु भाकर को बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं ब्रॉन्ज मेडल जीतने के लिए। और पिछली बार जैसे टोक्यो ओलंपिक में पहला मेडल इस देश की बेटी ने मेरे भाई सर ने दिलाया था, इस बार पहला कांस्य पदक मनु भाकर के रूप में हमें मिला है। बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं। और जो पिछले बार जो मेडल से चुकी थी मनु भाकर, वो कमी इस बार पूरी की और देशवासियों को खुश होने का मौका दिया। अभी ओलंपिक्स पार्टी और हमें पहला मेडल शूटिंग से मिला है। और शूटिंग के लिए भी ये अच्छी खबर है, क्योंकि 2012 के बाद 2016 ओलंपिक में शूटिंग से मेडल हमें नहीं मिल पाया था, तो इस बार फिर शूटिंग से शुरुआत से मेडल की हुई है। और अभी स्टार्टिंग ओलंपिक की लास्ट तक हम चाहते हैं कि किसी पर 7 मेडल से उसने था, तो ये 7 से आगे 10 से का आंकड़ा पार करें। इसमें गोल्ड 1 से 2 या 3 गोल्ड भी हमारे पास। और आज का दिन जो मनु भाकर का है, वो शुभकामनाएं मनु भाकर को धन्यवाद देते हैं कि पूरे देशवासियों को खुश होने का मनु भाकर से मौका मिला और देश का उन्होंने आज तिरंगा फहराया, उसके लिए बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं मनु भाकर को। और हमारी बड़ी खुशी की बात है, देश की बेटी और हरियाणा की बेटी है, तो हरियाणा से पहला पदक हरियाणा की बेटी ने देश को दिलाया है।
जी योगेश्वर जी, आप खुद ही एक गोल्ड मेडलिस्ट, एक ओलंपिक मेडलिस्ट हो, कितना आप वहां पर प्रेशर होता है, ये इसके बारे में थोड़ा बताइए आप। और निखिल नाज भी हमारे साथ जुड़े हुए हैं, जो हमारे स्पोर्ट्स एडिटर हैं, वो आपके साथ एक प्रश्न पूछना चाहते हैं।
देखिए, ओलंपिक फीवर बहुत तरीके का होता है, ओलंपिक का दबाव होता है, बिल्कुल तरीका होता है। हर खिलाड़ी का सपना होता है ओलंपिक चैंपियन, ओलंपिक मैच बनना, तो ये प्रेशर हैंडल करना बड़ा मुश्किल होता है। आप खुद देखिए, पिछली बार सबसे बड़ी दावेदार मनु भाकर ओलंपिक मेडल की, ओलंपिक गोल्ड की पिछली बार भी टोक्यो में थी, पर कुछ इनकी जो गन में पकड़ने की खराबी हुई, फिर इनका थोड़ा ध्यान इधर उधर भटका, तो ये मेडल नहीं जीत पाई। पर इस बार इन्होंने मेडल अपने ध्यान को केंद्रित रखा, उस दबाव से निकली है, क्योंकि ओलंपिक मेडल जीतने दबाव बड़ा होता है। और हमारे तो हिंदुस्तान जैसे देश में और ज्यादा होता है, क्योंकि 140 करोड़ लोग ये चाहते हैं कि हम मेडल जीत के आए और वो हमारे मेडल कमाते हैं, तो सबका दबाव ये रहता है। जो खिलाड़ी होते हैं पूरा सभी ये मेडल जीतेगा, तो दबाव झेलना बड़ा मुश्किल होता है। तो अच्छी बात है कि मनु भाकर ने अपना मेडल का सपना को पूरा किया और मेडल देश को पहला मेडल मनु भाकर के रूप में मिला है। दबाव से निकल के उसने देश को मेडल दिलाया है।
योगेश्वर भाई, एक सवाल आपसे पूछना चाहता था कि जब ओलंपिक शुरुआत होती है, पहले या दूसरे दिन ही अगर मेडल आ जाता है, उसका असर बाकी खिलाड़ियों पे, जो बाकी कंटिंजेंट है, इंडियन ओलंपिक कंटिंजेंट, उन पर क्या पड़ता है अगर शुरुआत में ही मेडल आए, जैसे मनु ने दिलवा दिया? आज पूरे
हिंदुस्तान में पूरे भारतीय जो हमारे खिलाड़ी भारतीय है, ओलंपिक दल में एक खुशी का माहौल 100% है। के बाद और खिलाड़ी जो है शूटिंग में लगाइए,
जीतने का पूरा संभावना है।
बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया आपका हमारे साथ जुड़ने के लिए। तो फिलहाल पेरिस ओलंपिक
All right. Well, we seem to have lost his line. योगेश्वर जी, आप सुनाई दे रहा है आपको? All right, we seem to have lost his connection. Nikhil, right, over to you. you asked that question to Yogeshwar on how this could really have a positive effect on the players who currently participating. It's really a moral booster. Why don't you tell us what's history really told us about the trust the first medalist really has and the effect on the other players?
It does, Nabila, and that's something that I've noticed personally. I went to the Rio Games, and initially you had a lot of hopes with the shooter because remember, you had someone like an Abhinav Bindra, a proven performer, participating in the initial bid, and on that occasion as well, shooting did not return with too many medals. And then you saw that effect really come down on the rest of the athletes. But if you pick up a medal initially, that really helps. And I'll give you an example of last time around as well in Tokyo, even though shooting did not give you a medal, but Mirabai Chanu, right on day one, got you that silver medal in weightlifting. So what that did was it eventually resulted in India having the best ever Olympics at the Tokyo Games, which is why it's often said that you have to really focus on the first 2-3 days. It will have an impact on the rest of the contingent. What happens is usually you come here with a lot of dreams. There is a lot of pressure on you to be performing at the top level, but there are still some self-doubts that you have, that can you really, go at the world stage, compete against the best athletes in the world and really end up with a medal? And that is sometime when another athlete does it, that actually then helps you get that sort of confidence that you need going forward into the rest of the tournament. And that's exactly what may have happened to the Indian camp right now with Manu winning. Remember, it wasn't an ideal start, and that's what, that was one event, the mixed team events that you had yesterday, where you were hoping for a medal. Not so much with Manu Bhaker. Yes, the ones that have been following shooting were quietly confident about a Manu Bhaker, but ahead of just a Manu Bhaker, you were saying the mixed team is going to definitely land you a medal. That wasn't to be the case. Then Manu qualifies for the final quietly, and then I try and think from the athlete's point of view, what happens in the next 10 hours, the next 12 hours, right after you've qualified, you go back to your hotel room. In this case, they're staying in apartments because remember, shooting is further away from where the games village is, and that's exactly where they're staying. You go back, and what happens in the next 12-13 hours that you prepare, you've qualified, you're very close to a medal, but the final is still a night's sleep away. And I think that is where your mental training, that is where the effort that you put in for the last 3 months, not just in terms of your technique or getting your shots right, but the effort that you've actually put in terms of mental preparation. I'll just give you a bit of an insight. A lot of these shooters, I'm told, were preparing leading up to this game, making a shooting range or the kind of environment that you get in the shooting range, trying to recreate that in their practice arenas as well, so that when they come here, then they are mentally prepared. Even the noises, the sounds are exactly the same that they're going to encounter here. Remember, this is the only discipline that is not really happening in Paris. It's about a 2.5 train journey outside of Paris, where the shooting arena is. Much quieter, much calmer there. So you have to get used to that as well. Remember, you're not staying in the games village. You've been used to staying in games village, feeding off other athletes, looking at all other athletes, then going to the venue. That's all changed. Now it was a complete different scenario for the shooters, but they knew about this, and their preparation, as I said, wasn't just in the shooting range where they were just focusing on the target. Of course, that is the thing that they concentrate on and work on.
I'm going to quickly cut across to all the reactions coming in from family members of Manu Bhaker. Let's hear it.
संघर्ष तो एक प्लेयर के लिए ओलंपिक तक जाने के लिए होता ही है. बाकी she missed this golden opportunity for the gold medal. बाकी अच्छा हुआ.
आपका क्या नाम है, क्या लगता है?
मेरा नाम महेंद्र सिंह है. मैं मनु का अंकल हूँ, महेंद्र भाकर हूँ. मैं रामकिशन जी का छोटा भाई हूँ.
ठीक. आ गया. हाँ जी. पोती का क्या कहोगे?
क्या कहेंगे, कुछ बोलो, क्या कहूँ. आशीर्वाद हो. बहुत बढ़िया बेटी ने बहुत तारीफ करी है, बेटी ने बहुत बात करी है.
तो बेटी को किस तरह स्वागत करोगे?
हाँ कराएंगे.
क्या खिलाओगे?
क्या खिलाएंगे? सोना की टूम डाल दूंगी, चैन निकाल दूंगी, और क्या करूँ.
कुछ स्पेशल बनाओगे बेटी के लिए? पोती के लिए बनाओगे कुछ स्पेशल?
कुछ बनाऊंगी. आओगे जब बनाऊंगा, वो यही आओगे जब बनाऊंगी. हाँ.
अब देश में पूरे विश्व में तीसरे नंबर पे आ गई है.
हाँ ठीक है.
मेडल अच्छा है.
अच्छा, बढ़िया बेटा, बहुत बढ़िया.
ठीक.
All right, that's lovely reactions coming in from the family members. We saw her uncle, her grandmother speak. Manu Bhaker is the first and only woman from India, a woman shooter, who's won a medal at the Olympics. Is Nikhil Nath still with us? Nikhil, over to you. Family members there watching the Olympic Games. We're looking at her town erupting in joy. Where does she come from? You say that she's been very promising. There's been a lot of hope pinned on her, and she's finally made it and becomes the first ever Indian woman shooter to have won a medal at the Olympics.
Okay, let me give you a bit of the background, and it's absolutely fascinating story about Manu, Nabila. She was a child prodigy, not just in shooting, in various other sports. You know, she played tennis. She was a boxer as well. She participated in a Japanese martial art in which she was very good. She was a top-level skater as well, and all these disciplines that I'm just talking about, Nabila, in these disciplines, she was not just a recreational athlete. She won medals at the national level in all these sports when she was a youngster, when she was 10 years of age, when she was 12 years of age. And it really took a lot of effort from her family, especially her father, who invested about 1,50,000 rupees when she was about a young 12-year-old in shooting equipment for her, and then got her to focus on just one sport. Otherwise, she could have picked up various other sports that I just mentioned in which she was very successful. At that age, she starts shooting, and very young, you know, she at just 16 years of age now, remember she starts it around when she's 10, 12. At 16 years of age, she's a Commonwealth gold medalist. And at that time, she was dubbed as the next best thing. 2018, I'm talking about, you know, comes through as a breakthrough athlete, takes up shooting, wins a gold medal at Commonwealth, and you thought that this is the girl who's, you know, going to be a superstar in the next couple of years. So she was being dubbed as this child prodigy. But then things went downhill for her. Her initial coach was Jaspal Rana, a hard task master at that, very reputed and a successful pistol shooter himself. Right before the Olympics, the preparations were going well. The last Olympics, which were her first Olympics in Tokyo, right before that, she has a fallout with the coach. She goes to the Olympics under a different coach in Ronak Pandit, but the results really don't favor her. And even at that time, there is some sort of malfunction that happens with her gun, and then she ends up blaming, you know, destiny. She ends up blaming luck, and then spends some time like that for the next few months, only for her to realize that, listen, these are things that are part and parcel of the games. I cannot be cribbing.
All right. Nikhil, thanks very much. Really appreciate you joining us.